President Trump and Joe Biden contrast in style as they make public appearances for Memorial Day. Merck announces deals to net 2 potential vaccines and an experimental antiviral drug. And the Chinese city of Wuhan says it has collected swab tests for more than 9 million people in 10 days. I'm Shelby Holliday, and here are your coronavirus headlines from the Wall Street Journal.
No obstacle, no challenge, and no threat is a match for the sheer determination of the American people.
President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden approached Memorial Day differently. The president spoke to a crowd of about 200 people. He and his senior officials did not wear masks. In contrast, Joe Biden's appearance, the first outside his neighborhood for 2 months, was more low-key. He and his wife wore face masks and attended a small wreath-laying ceremony that lasted less than 10 minutes. Earlier in the day, President Trump threatened to move the Republican National Convention away from Charlotte, North Carolina, unless it can go ahead without restrictions on the number of attendees. The governor's office said state health officials are working with the RNC on how to hold the convention safely. Merck says it's working on 2 potential vaccines by acquiring a privately held Austrian company and partnering up with a New York-based organization. It is also licensing rights to an experimental COVID-19 drug from a Miami-based company. One of the world's largest drug makers by sales, Merck is joining rivals in the race to develop medicines. Some 150 coronavirus vaccines are in development worldwide. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization said it's pausing a trial of hydroxychloroquine after a study indicated it didn't help with COVID-19 and raised the likelihood of heart problems. In an aggressive push to test all of Wuhan's 11 million residents after a cluster of new cases, officials said more than 9 million people have been swabbed within 10 days. On Friday alone, the city said it tested nearly 1.5 million people. Officials use a method called sample pooling that allows them to clear several people in one test as long as the result is negative.